Good morning, kindergartners. Today, we're going to talk more about what animals need to live and where they can get those things. And remember, we're doing this because we want to help the children from Mariposa Grove. We know that the monarch caterpillars have disappeared from the garden, and we want to figure out why. Well, I want you to think. So touch your head, and I want you to think about an answer to this question. Why can an animal live where it does? If you like penguins, think about, why do penguins tend to live near water bodies? If you like bears, why do bears live in forests? You have some ideas about that, don't you? Good. All right. Well, in order to answer that question, we're going to learn a special word. We're going to learn the word habitat. I'm going to say a big question, and I want you to repeat it. Why do animals live in some habitats, but not others? Yeah, think about lions. Sometimes we see lions and zebras and red pandas. We see them at the zoo. What do those zoos have to do to take care of those animals? Yes, they have to make a very nice home for them that's comfortable. Sometimes they make the homes really look like their native habitats, and they have to give them the food that those animals eat. That's right. If you have a pet goldfish, I bet you know it's not a good idea to give that goldfish a cookie. You have to give the goldfish the special fish food that it requires. Absolutely. And the same goes for us. We have to eat special food too to help our brains and our bodies grow and be strong. Okay, so here's that big word. Everybody say habitat. Habitat. A habitat is a place where an animal or plant lives and grows. A habitat is a place where an animal or plant lives and grows. I'm going to say that word one more time, and then I want you to say it. Are you ready? Habitat. Oh, good job. Now I want you to whisper it. Habitat. Good job. We're going to speak like scientists, and when we have the chance, I want to hear you use that word. We looked at some pictures of animals during one of our last lessons, and they were eating all kinds of foods. Remember when we had to make a big, beautiful toucan beak, and we had to crunch down on that hard, delicious yellow fruit? And we saw the elephant plucking leaves and gracefully eating them. Well, when we observed those animals, we saw that all the animals were eating some kind of food. We learned that animals need to eat to live. Well, now we're going to observe habitats. What's a habitat? That's right, it's a place where animals and plants can live. We're going to look at those places and see if the food that the animals eat is in that place. So what do you think is going to happen if a place has the food an animal wants to eat? Yeah, you're going to find that animal there. That's right. We know that because sometimes we see squirrels and other animals in the city that try to get some extra tasty food that they're not supposed to eat. So we have to make sure it's in the garbage. Some animals are just going to eat whatever food's around. All right. So here are some of the pictures of these beautiful habitats. I can't wait to show you these pictures. Oh my gosh, let's go on a journey to new places. I'm touching the picture up at the top, and this is called the savanna. Say, savanna. Beautiful. Now, at the second picture, this is the rainforest. Say rainforest. This third picture shows the seagrass meadow. Seagrass meadow. And finally, we have the field of flowers. Oh, so beautiful. All right. So we're going to be looking at those habitats and thinking about if the food the animals need is in those places. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out your special observing animal habitat page and I attach it to your lesson. So you're going to print it, or you're going to look at it on the screen and mark it up with whatever stylus you have. Remember, I always want you to write your name. And if you can, I know you're practicing writing your numbers. I'd love for you to write the date too. This says observing animal habitats. Observe the pictures of the animals eating in the top row. We're looking and remembering the kinds of food that each animal is eating. After we look at the animals, we will look at their habitats in the row at the bottom of the page. And for each animal, you're going to draw a line to the habitat that you think that animal can live in. So why would an animal live in a special habitat? The food that the animal needs will be in that place. That's right. If you want pizza, are you going to go to the sushi place? No, you're going to go to the pizza joint. And if you want sushi, will you go to the sushi place? Absolutely. Okay, so let's look at these animals together. Everybody say hummingbird. Make your hummingbird beak and drink your nectar. Good job. Say hi elephant. Hi elephant. Take your trunk and pluck a leaf. Say hi toucan. Hi toucan. Take your beak and pluck that fruit and eat it up. Say hi manatee. Hello manatee. And eat up that seagrass. Hello, giraffe. Be a giraffe, everybody. Stretch your neck out and eat your leaves. Delicious. It's a monkey. I love monkeys. Everybody, you're a little monkey and you're taking your fruit and you're peeling the layers. You're peeling that skin off. Eating that fleshy deliciousness. Now we are butterflies again. Roll out your butterfly tongue and drink some nectar. You're an ostrich. Ostrich. Eat your leaves and stems. And finally, you're a sea turtle. Swim, 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 and eat that seagrass. Well, I know that you have wonderful thinking abilities, and you're very creative, and you watch a lot of nature shows. Some of you watch Wildcrafts, and you watch all different fun nature shows, and we watch a lot of nature things together. So I want you to think, where can the hummingbird, elephant, toucan, manatee, giraffe, monkey, butterfly, ostrich, and sea turtle get their food? And you will draw a line. Let's do one of these together. Okay, so I'm taking my pen out too, and I'm going to make a line. You're going to help me though. I know you're thinking with me. So, it doesn't want to, okay, here we go. I'm going to pretend that I'm the hummingbird again. Let's see, hummingbirds need flowers. Hummingbirds need flowers because there's nectar in the flowers that they drink up. Well, the savanna looks really hot and flat, and I'm not seeing a lot of flowers there. Rainforest. I'm seeing a lot of things growing because of rain. And the plants are getting a lot to drink and a lot of sunshine. Seagrass, underwater. That hummingbird doesn't look like it's got scuba gear. And then there's a field of flowers. If you think it's the savanna, go like this. If you think it's the rainforest, go like this. If you think it's the seagrass meadow, go like this. But if you think it's the field of flowers, pick a flower and smell it. Did you pick a daisy? Oh, I picked a sunflower. I think so too. I think the hummingbird has to live in the fields of flowers. So I'm going to draw my line to the fields of flowers. Now, even though I'm your science teacher, I know it's tricky when you're writing on a screen. So I know that you're going to draw your lines the best you can. And if you want to practice making your lines, you can sometimes take out a ruler. I like my scientists to write with a pencil. It helps when we want to erase. But there you go. The hummingbird is going to live in the field of flowers. All right. Now it's your turn to match the rest of your animals with their habitat. Does that sound like something you want to do? I hope so. Okay, I want you to pause this video so you can do your activity. Thank you. after doing your activity, if you want to have a fun break, you can do the animal freeze dance video that's on slide 9 of your lesson. Okay, now, scientists, you did a really good job matching up the animals and the habitats where they seem to get the right kind of food. But when we match our answers and when we show our thinking with evidence, we always want to speak and say and draw and write our answers. Scientists, you not only are going to describe why an animal can live somewhere, you're going to tell me what they like to eat and why they have to live in a certain place to get that food. Just like you see this picture of ice cream right here? There are 1, 2, 3, 3 ice creams. What's happening to those ice creams? Oh, they're getting messy and they're melting. Now, scientists would say the ice creams are melting. Then they're going to give you an idea for why something is happening. So maybe a great scientific explanation would sound something like, those ice creams are melting because it's probably hot where those ice creams are. And I know that ice creams melt when the temperatures are warm or hot. You see how scientists explain how something can happen? They give a reason. Okay, so here's your big science sentence. We're going to use these words to explain why an animal can live where it does. A blank can live there because the blank it needs is there. You say it. A blank can live there because the blank it needs is there. So let's look at an example. Well, we've got our very special explaining page, and here it is. I'm going to make it really large for you. It says, oh yeah, remember that hummingbird that I showed you before? A hummingbird can live there because the nectar it needs is there. Yeah, so I am choosing to talk about the fields of flowers. And in reference to the fields of flowers, I'm saying a hummingbird can live there because the nectar it needs is there. So scientists, you don't have to feel stressed out at all. You just get to pick one habitat from the first row. And then you're going to choose an animal and a food that you think are in those places that can live there. And you're just practicing saying that sentence. So if you choose the monkey, I want you to also make sure you choose a habitat that makes sense for that monkey because it can get its food there. Ooh. And I hope that you want to record yourself talking. So I'm going to put that special talking page into Seesaw for you. Okay? I'm so happy that we got to do this today. I love seeing you, and I want to tell you something else. You have told me all about the foods you love to eat. Now I want you to think, what is similar about the animals and where the animals live? So we know that the hummingbird and the butterfly have to live in a similar place. Why do they have to do that? Yeah, the food that they eat is there. That's right. And here's a funny little picture of Miss Suhan. It says, eat your greens. I love vegetables. I love asparagus and broccoli and cucumbers and spinach and kale. I have a special vegetable song in there for you. So if I had to choose any place to live, I want to live somewhere where I can get the most delicious greens. So I try to live in places where I can and get the food that helps my body function the best that it can. Okay, scientists, now I want you to say this big special science sentence. Animals can only live in a place that has the food they need. Animals can only live in a place that has the food they need. Yes, that's right. And you already know that. So think about that and think about what we talked about for why the monarch caterpillar had to disappear too. Okay, if you have time and you want to learn this special fun vegetable song, I put it on slide 15 for you. And again, there's a picture of me eating my veggies. and cooking them up. I hope you have a great day and enjoyed the lesson. I will see you very soon.